Hi, welcome to your second week of Environmental Biology Online. Our second week has got a lot more going on than the first week, and so I want to orient you to what the activities are going to be. So the first and most simple thing to explain is the home base project. So you've already done your home base on scales of space, and what you need to do now is post it to the home base discussion, which is at the beginning of week 2. And then I want you to read at least one other home base entry, just so you get a sense of how other people have approached the project. And then make some sort of comment on that person's entry. So tell them something you liked, make a connection to something that you also saw, whatever. Just some kind of comment that shows that you're thinking at least a little bit about their work. So that's due by the end of the week. The second thing to do is a discussion. So there's not a lot of reading to do this time, but I've created a folder called a Process of Science folder, and inside that folder are a lot of different resources. I don't expect that you'll be able to go through all of them, but they're all there, so maybe you want to at least glance at each one of them and choose the ones that seem most interesting you to really dive into. So one of the resources that's going to be really helpful is the website, and so look at that, look at the first few pages of that. I've explained exactly what to look at there. And so what I want you to really understand is what a hypothesis is and how to write an experiment. And in the discussion, you're going to read an interesting scenario and then write a hypothesis about why that scenario maybe took place. It doesn't matter if your hypothesis is right or not. Just come up with something that has an independent variable and a dependent variable. Try to identify those two variables. And then come up with some sort of experiment that will be able to test your hypothesis. So in the experiment, make sure that you have a control. Make sure that you are replicating the experiment in some way. And make sure that you're only changing one variable at a time. So just put your experiment out there, put your hypothesis out there, and then I'll give you some feedback on how to revise it if necessary. So that's the main thing for the discussion. I think that should be pretty straightforward as well. Okay, so the third part of class is a little bit more complicated, but hopefully it'll be fun as well. I'm calling it the Graphing Game Challenge. And there's two sort of aspects to this. So one aspect is that this is your lab grade. We're going to do 6 graphing activities throughout the week, and you'll be graded on those activities. So you'll work on each challenge, one each day for the first 6 days of the week. You'll get 9 points for each of those challenges. And this first week, if you don't get all 9 points on the challenge, it's okay, because you can revise and complete next week. But I want you to try to do one challenge every day to get you used to being online, to get practice just checking in frequently, and also so that you are continually working and improving on your graphing skills. If you're a student who doesn't have time to work on things every day or every couple of days, it's not going to affect your lab grade at all. You can still get full points for the lab. You just have to turn in everything by the end of the week, Tuesday at 6 p.m. No problem. So if it feels a little bit complicated or you're not sure, please send me an email, or better yet, post something in the helpline so that your question can benefit everyone. There may be lots of people who have the same sorts of questions. So just relax, have fun with it. The goal is to spend 30 minutes a day on graphing. If you've spent 30 minutes on the challenge and you haven't completed it, post what you've got and explain to me, what held you up or why you didn't finish the whole thing. And then you can revise and finish later. So next week I've got no lab scheduled, and you should have plenty of time to revise and update any of these graphing challenges that you didn't quite finish, and we can continue our discussions about graphing. Okay, so welcome to the game. I hope you are willing to participate and try this out, and please let me know how it goes and ask questions along the way. Oh, the other thing I didn't mention is that I will be posting solutions and giving you information about all of these graphing challenges, so you'll have a sense of what I'm looking for, and you'll know how to revise for next week. Okay, I hope this helps a little bit. Again, ask questions if you have them, and good luck with the game.